You, yes, you need to stop smiling over there behind that phone. You need to stop obsessing and overthinking, creating these fake scenarios of this person that you know that you need to get over ASAP. Whether it was a fling, whether it was a relationship, or whether it was never anything, basically. If it was any of the above, stop it. Like, if you know that you need to get over this friendship, relationship, stop looking through the pictures, stop looking at your phone, stop obsessing, stop smiling on the phone with them, stop having these thoughts and these fake scenarios of what could have been, and oh, maybe if we had ended up together. Stop. What are you doing? Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm literally filming 3 videos in one day, but so yeah, in this video, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about how to actually get over someone, whether that's in like friendships or relationships. Yeah, whether that's in friendships or like romantic relationships, you know that it's time to get over them. The reason why you clicked on this video is because you know that it's time to get over them. Let's get straight into it. The first step to getting over someone, I need you to grieve. I need you to grieve. I feel like a lot of people maybe don't emphasize this a lot, but I feel like if you feel like you need to grieve over this person and over this relationship or friendship, whatever, then so be it. Because you have every right to grieve. When someone dies, you grieve, and eventually comes to a point where maybe you realize that life does move on. And it's like, it's the same with this. It's like, if you feel like you have to grieve, then so be it. Don't be listening to other people who say that you shouldn't be, sulking and like sad over this person. If you feel like that's how you genuinely feel in the moment and you need to pour out all of these emotions, then so be it. But the key thing to this point is you have to grieve, but don't linger. Don't let that sadness and that like week of crying and that time of like crying for 1 week straight to turn into 6 months. Like, okay, that's what we're not doing. That's exactly what we're trying to avoid, because we're trying to get over this person and the situation. So what are we doing crying for 6 months? The second thing that I need you to do is never leave that door open. Never leave that door open. If it comes down to a text, if it comes down to like them being like you being right in their faces, I never want you to leave that door open. Because the second that you leave the door open, when they see you're thriving and when they see that you're okay, you're healing and you're leveling up and you have a glow up, and they can see that you're living life perfectly without them, they will send you that text and you're gonna be like, oh, but like, why does it happen to be the one time that I'm doing good? And you just suddenly, just because you may have left the door open, you may have, maybe the way that things ended, it wasn't really clear. No one actually said, okay, maybe this is what's best for us and everything. I just don't feel like we align anymore. Maybe there wasn't any of that. Maybe there wasn't any closure. So in a lot of these situations, these people will always come back to us because the door has been left open. But I feel like if you find yourself in some cases where maybe you have told certain people that, okay, I'm done with you, I want nothing to do with you, and they constantly want to come back, I feel like you should limit all access that they could possibly have to you. Because a lot of the times people complain about people having access to them and texting them, and it's like, but they still not blocked, but you still didn't delete their number, you still didn't like delete all the pictures, you didn't block them off Instagram or whatever you like form of communication you use, like you didn't do all of this stuff. And it's like, how do you expect the person to not do that? Because they still have access to you and they still feel like, okay, I still have access to it because you didn't block me, so it probably isn't that bad and everything. And they have this mindset, so obviously they're gonna come back. Number 3, and this one is very important, I don't want you to ever listen to your friends when they tell you to let go of them. Go ahead with what your friends say and believe when your friends say that you need to let them go. Now, this one may be slightly controversial. People may be like looking at me and like listening to this and thinking, what are you saying? Because personally, I am one of those friends who will tell you to let go of that guy ASAP, because I'm always on team leave them. Like, leave them. So and rightfully so. But I just feel like if you're the one that's in the situation, let go of them when you feel like it, because I feel like as much as our friends can want the best for us, we have to want it for ourselves as well. So if we cut someone off or let go of someone, because those are completely two different things. If you let go of someone because if you let go of someone just because your friend said so, because that's it, when that person wants to come back in, there may be a chance that you may allow them back in because it was never on your own terms, and maybe you just want to give them a chance because you think that they've changed.
Oh, they've changed, but like they're acting a bit differently and they're saying that they love me and like all of these things, and it's
like, girl, be for real. You know damn well it isn't real, because I know all the ladies, they lie to themselves. And you know what? Girls do that. Girls lie to themselves, and it's just like, I don't see why men even lie in the first place. But it's like, we're not even here to discuss that. But yeah, let go of them on your own terms. So when you actually make the decision of like, okay, I don't want this for myself anymore, it's on your own terms. Therefore, when that person comes back and you let them back, and you know that it's on you, and you know that it's all your fault, and you know it just shows that, you know, you don't want to move on, you don't want to grow, and you don't want to heal, and it just shows all of these things. But if you are willing to let them go on your own terms, and when they come back, you're able to be like, no, I did it because of my reasons, and I did it because it's something that I wanted, not something that anybody else like had an influence on or like just told me to do. You did it on your own terms, therefore you are more stronger in your decision and everything. And I just feel like when you're making these decisions, also don't make them based on emotions. Don't make emotionally driven decisions, because I've literally like caught myself in a situation where I've almost reacted and texted someone based on the emotion that I was feeling in that moment, and that was a bit of anger and like frustration. And I literally stopped myself and I was like, don't do this, because whatever you say now I may regret later onwards, because I'm just saying it out of frustration and anger that I have for this person. And it's just like, don't do that. If it takes you 2 business days to reply to that text, so be it, you know. Just do whatever the heck feels right to you, and let them go whenever you feel ready, and do it on your own terms, because that's the best way that you can do it in any case. Okay. Number 4, another one that people may question once again: write that paragraph, write that letter. I am motivating you, I'm literally telling you to write it down, I'm literally telling you. But here's the twist, here's the thing: don't send it. Don't send it. The purpose of this point is to let out everything that you have inside, the anger, the frustration, the sadness, everything that you have on the inside. Put it all into one paper, type it onto your keyboard or whatever, and send it to yourself, or write it down and burn it or throw it away and tear it up. Because the thing is, there's nothing more freeing than letting out everything that you've been wanting to let out. But I feel like in certain situations, when you want to send that paragraph, I feel like in some ways, honestly, just write it to yourself, just write it into a paragraph. And number 5, I need you to create a distance with this person. You need to create distance, because if it's a thing of like you're constantly seeing this person, you're constantly in the same room with them, it's going to be hard. It's going to be so hard. But if you're able to create distance, no matter how small it may be, so be it. I feel like, but another one, you can create distance, but don't rely on it. I feel like people think that you get over someone through distance. It's like, are you sure? I mean, it helps, but like to rely on it completely, it's you setting yourself up. And it's like, if you think that you're gonna move on just based on that, you're lying to yourself. Number 6, I need you to find a love that exists elsewhere, aka you, aka God. A lot of people have been searching for something, have been searching for something that they don't even know, have been searching for a love that they know that they can't find, and that is a love that is coming from God. And I feel like a lot of people don't even realize that, and a lot of people just need to know that. Or, you know, you can find that love within yourself, and you can just start within yourself. These are 2 things that I don't want you to do before I continue with everything that you basically should do. These are 2 things that I don't want you to do. First, stop thinking that you will be able to erase this person, because at the end of the day, that person is still a living being. That person is still going to exist. Even if they're on their own life path, they're still going to breathe and function and everything, and literally carry out whatever they need to do in their lives. So you wanting to erase them is literally impossible. You have to just make peace with the fact that what you had was good, bad, or whatever. It was a mixture. It happened, and it's a good memory. They happened, and it's a memory, good or bad. You won't be able to erase this person. The mere thought of just always just wanting to erase someone just because you think that that way you would be able to get over them, it's literally, it's insane. That's what you're telling yourself. It's impossible. It will never happen. And if that's the way that you're relying on to just basically move on from someone or something, it's not gonna work. The second thing I don't want you to do is the advice that basically comes from the world, which is just like rebounding. That's the worst thing, because it's like you're gonna realize after you did what you did, after you've basically rebounded, after you basically found someone, you're like, hey, you're a rebound, and you're like, okay, this is gonna help me get over the other person. And you know what? Clown behavior. That's what you are right now. You look like a damn clown, because how the heck are you going to get over someone just because of a rebound? If you had to go through the effort of finding a rebound, then that says a lot within itself, babe. The thing with rebounds is that you'll find someone in order to fill the void that is already within you, but you'll realize that that void will never be filled just by a simple rebound. And you'll be thinking that you did this for the purpose of like getting over them, but then you're just gonna later on realize that you didn't. And it's all gonna be for what? Another thing that I just need you to do is just go no contact. Go no contact. Just because you don't want to talk to someone, just because you deleted someone's number, you don't want to talk to them, you don't want to be in communication with them, you block them and everything, doesn't mean that you're being rude. So I need you to get rid of this narrative of like, oh, I'm gonna be rude, I'm gonna be this bad guy, I'm gonna be this bad person if I do this X, Y, and Z. You're doing it for your own peace. So what's the wrong in that? Going no contact is genuinely one of the best things that you can do, because when you go no contact, it may be hard, maybe at the beginning, like maybe in the beginning everything, but slowly you're going to get used to life without them, and you're going to realize that life is worth living without them. So of like, when you go in no contact, you can't just stop it at that. You have to just do things, occupy your mind, especially if like, if you're an overthinker, you just need to occupy yourself with different things and new hobbies and stuff, so that you can gain that independence and you realize who you are even without this person. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm still that fun person that I still used to be. I'm still interesting. I still have reasons worth living for. And it's like, I'm still me. I can still be me. And that's the beauty in just occupying yourself with like your mind with different things and just filling up space, because that is absolutely necessary. And if just like, if you know you're an overthinker, that one is especially for you. So another reason why we can't get over these people is because we have too much time on our hands that we're not doing absolutely nothing with. So we're just there overthinking and just thinking about them. Another thing that I want you to do, and I need you to do it, is come across this person once again and you've crossed paths with them. I want you to be very civil. I want you to show yourself that you are capable of being the matured person and everything, because this whole thing of just constantly showing them that they still have power over you, it just boosts their ego, and it just makes them feel like they have this control over you, which honestly they do if you're constantly giving them your attention and everything. And it's like, just let them be, just let them live their lives. Like, it's their laws at the end of the day, you know? Show them that I'm okay without you. And that's on period. Like, I'm okay without you, I'm thriving without you, and you know what, I can talk to you, but we don't have to be friends. Because I feel like that's another thing. How are you ever going to be friends with someone that you were like very much close with and everything? It's just like, I remember hearing this thing, it was like, if you're able to be friends with like an ex of yours, it's like either you 100% still like one another and you just want to be in each other's
Smile.